I fucking rambled again. I knew I I knew I was gonna ramble again. And I caught myself and then tried to stop myself, and then I rambled a fucking again. Okay. This video is going to be about Kevin Samuels. I have and my mind is just everywhere, which is why I made this channel, because my mind be everywhere. I'll be wanting to talk about everything, and sometimes I just need to just slow down and talk about. So we're going to talk about Kevin Samuels. First things first, rest in peace. I feel, in my opinion, we lost a real one. It takes a lot of balls to tell women the truth, and you know, tell them, you know, the stuff you're doing or some of the stuff you're doing is delusional. But a lot of what most people don't know is that he used to get on men too. And it seems like when you get on, and this is a lot of things with black men. We're good at taking criticism. We really are. But it seems like we look at the women, something like sometimes you're just coddled. The thing about Kevin Samuel is he didn't coddle the women. And sometimes the women, some of you women do need that. Now, whether you got degrees, your PhD, all that other stuff, it doesn't. His views was always about nuclear family and bringing the nuclear family together. You want to have the nuclear family, and he'll tell you, look, you an average girl, and you want above average things. He's like, what makes you? And you're not trying to work for it. It's just like you're going to die alone. I'm simplifying his terms because obviously he could say it much better because those are his philosophies. But in the simplest term, it's just that a a lot, especially to these black women, you want a man that's going to take care of you, protect and provide, but yet you don't want to do the things on your end that a man is going to look for. What makes you think that he is going to pick you out of any other women that is 90% of the other women that's also competing that want the same spot? Like, yes, you probably got two bachelor's degrees, or you probably got your master's, you probably got your PhD. What makes you think a nigga wants you over a woman that it doesn't mind cooking and cleaning and being a housewife, and she looks good, and she's in shape, and all that other stuff. Gradually he's going to go to what he needs. A lot of these women, and what he used to tell a lot of these women is, you're not what the man needs. You feel like, yes, is like you feel like the guy you're looking for going to need you. He don't need you, or the things that you think you bring to the table, which is why the whole bring to the table is like so prevalent. And when men tell you, it's like, I don't need that, a lot of these women is just like, I feel like a lot of these women is just like, oh no, you need me. And it's just like, no, I don't. I really fucking don't. I'm putting this into the simplest terms, but it's basically like, I feel like that's one of his philosophies. Okay, I'm done with that. The next thing I want to talk about is the people I've seen talk about. Now, I haven't gone through everybody. There's still people I'm going through. I gone through mediocre tutorials reviews. I was going to do the lead attorney. I don't know why, but I just saw it was 3 hours long. And I was like, do I really want to look at a 3 hour long video? I seen the little fresh and fit. I got through that. Not the whole video, because that one was also like 3 hours fucking long. And I was like, do I really want to sit through a 3 hour fucking long video? Probably not. But eventually I'm gonna sit through it. Um I watched Tommy Sotomayor. Now, the funny thing about the Tommy Sotomayor thing is I feel like that beef is one sided, because Tommy Sotomayor says that Kevin Samuels still is shit. Now, I feel like Kevin don't care when it came to that. It's like, I don't fucking care. It's like, do you really care? I don't fucking care. Do you really care? Now, Tommy Sotomayor, obviously he cares, because a lot of people, he's been around, so a lot of people have taken his shit. I can see that. I've said some shit that it came from Tommy. Like, I done said here had the hooligans. Like, if you heard here had the hooligans, obviously it came from Tommy. I done said that shit. Like, but to hit it was Tommy's thing is like, you take my shit, but you don't give me credit for it. And a lot of people is just like, I don't care with it. I really don't care. That's how people look at Tommy's problems with his beef with Kevin Samuels. And this the reason why I say it's one sided because no one cares. Now, where Tommy gave his condolences, I guess he gave his condolences or something like that. But he was pretty fair with his content and all that stuff. It was like, and he even like you acknowledged the whole stealing shit. And but he also talked about a lot of you black women are evil, which I will talk to, which I would get to. But he was fucking Tommy Sotomayor was fair with everything that he mentioned about Kevin Samuels to a point where it's just like, okay, that's cool. He's like, you had your gripes, you let it all out. Now, me personally, I felt like why these, and I say this about a lot of times, but I guess I'm gonna get to Fresh and Fit because Fresh and Fit also had gripes with it, but I think it was coming from a competitive standpoint because Kevin Samuels did make 1 million, and Fresh and Fit, the they they were sad too. And I feel like what made, especially Myron, because it showed on Myron's face. I don't know about Fresh, but it showed a lot on Myron's face. And they talked to Roman Polanski and Rolo. I think it's Romeo Rolo. Anyway, talked to that dude. It was like, oh, I would love to work with Kevin Samuels. And I thought they worked together before, but I guess not. But I'm pretty sure Donovan Sharp said something. I don't watch Donovan Sharp like that no more. Uh, I don't know. I used to watch him a lot. Don't watch him no more. But I'm pretty sure he had his takes. Uh, Fresh and Fit. One thing about the Fresh and Fit that I see everybody do this, but I don't think no one is going to do this. Is that we always get to a point when we see someone dies, it's just like, hey man, this bullshit. It needs to stop. We need to start working together. Making this manosphere as big as we need to be. There's nothing wrong with Myra said. What Myra said is true, but is people going to do it? I don't know. I done said because I done said this many a times, even before Kevin Samuels' death, where I said it doesn't make sense that all these black men on these platforms, and this is like with Tommy Sotomayor and Tariq Nasheed and Corey Holcomb and even Zoe Williams. When I said we all have these same views. We all have these same ideas. We're all saying the same shit. And yet y'all all fucking hate each other. I don't understand that. It's just like it's y'all beefing with people over dumb shit. Where it just be like, hey, you know, let's just put our shit aside. Let's just get where this black manosphere needs to be and make it one of the biggest shit ever. No matter how you think about it. I've always said that. That's the problem with, but it's always like two alpha dogs can't be in the same spot, or they're gonna be fighting each other, and it's always one of those things where it's just like our egos will get in the way. Now, like I said, I don't have a problem with Fitz for Myron said because Myron's absolutely right. But also Myron got a lot of rekindling to do. Maybe not with fucking Kevin Samuels per se, because obviously he done passed away, but he can, rekindle whatever with Aberrant Preach. Because, Aberrant, no, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with Aberrant Preach taking jabs at fucking Fresh and Fit because that's what they do. It's like they'll tell you, I'm petty. I'm petty. So, petty people are going to do what petty people do. That's why I don't have a problem with what the fuck it is. It's the same thing with Tommy Sotomayor talking about Kevin Samuels. I say, yeah, you're right. You probably did steal your shit, but no one cares. And I'm pretty sure that's what infuriates Tommy Sotomayor. No one fucking cares. He probably did steal your shit, so no one fucking cares. And if Tommy Sotomayor ever see this video and he curses me out, I fully accept the curse out. If you're gonna curse me out, just call me a stupid fucker, you like you used to tell people all the time. And like you, the thing is, he is absolutely. What I'm saying is, you're absolutely right. Especially since you've had like evidence of him stealing your shit. No one cares. Like that's I think that's where the main thing about that is like no one really fucking cares if you stole your shit or not. No one fucking cares. Uh, I saw Lovely Tees, and Lovely T, she basically got the same sentiment I got. We're raising, and as she to me, she was on point with this one. Shout out to Lovely T, and I hope I get this right, but this is what I because I watched it earlier yesterday morning, and her basic emphasis is we're raising, and I hope I get this right because this is what I got from it. We're raising the youth to hate each other where we should be loving each other because with this whole uh regular talk about people on YouTube talk about how black men ain't shit, or like how black women talk about how black men ain't shit, and then how you talk about and how the black men be talking about how black women are, how black women ain't shit, and all of a sudden you got these people going to other races like they're the fucking shit. Like, and the thing is, we should be all about black unity. We are the people that give these people negative thoughts about the opposite sex. If if I'm correct, and that's how now I could be wrong. I probably got some stuff misconstrued, but that's what I got from it, and I agree with that. I've always said that. If you ask me what's wrong with the black community, I said we're all having the thing about my thing is like who's responsible for the black community, down for the black community, and black men and black women. I said we both have a hand in it because we both did some shit that's fucked up to the community, and both of us and both genders or 26 genders, however the fuck you want to however the fuck you want to put it. But both black men and black women needs to fix this. This is it's just not just one man, not just one gender fixing this. Like black men need to fix this, or black women, well, black women can fix this. We both need to fix this. We both have problems. We both have generational trauma. Now, you know, not everything is just like black. Some shit is because of white supremacy, yes. But the shit that happens in house between black people, that's the shit that we need to fix. I've always said that. Now, there are some things that obviously history shows that white supremacy has had their hands on. Yes. But what about the things that us black people ourselves, we done to ourselves? We need to fix that. Especially this mentality of black men ain't shit or black women ain't shit. I don't like it when niggas talk about I ain't shit. I've said it myself jokingly, but in the hindsight, I need to stop saying that because I'm not gonna say we kings and queens, but yo, we ain't shit either. Everybody, like, if we pull our fucking, uh, I feel like if everybody pulls their weight, if we actually come together like a fucking community, we could be, we don't have to be on the bottom of the totem pole. And that's been my whole spiel because it's just like black men and black women are both on the bottom of the totem pole, and we're arguing about which one's at the bottom. It's not a fucking competition. And I've said that many times. It's not a fucking competition. We both at the bottom. We both can put ourselves in positions on top, and yet we don't do it. We're fucking fighting in house. We don't need to be doing that. So that's another thing. And now I think the last thing I want to talk about regarding all the things about Kevin Samuels is the people, the black, some of the black people, especially the black women, are rejoicing that a man is dead. A lot of y'all got some evil as y'all got some evil in y'all that y'all need to repress. Is fucking Mermaid Man would say evil, evil. A lot of y'all got some evil in you. Y'all got some hate in your heart that y'all really need to let go. I don't get me wrong, like there's people I don't like, but I don't hate them. There's people I don't like, yeah, but I don't also like converse with them too. I don't let them run me. You know what? They're over there doing them. I'm over here doing me. All right. I it's like I can't spend all my time hating on a person or like giving my attention to someone where I could be over here doing my own shit. That's where I need to, and if that's where I need to be at, that's where I'm going to be at. Helping myself and whatever I can to, you know, push this shit out. But a lot of you black, but I do this all the time. I say this. This is not a black woman bashing channel, but I do. It seems like it gets to this point where I do have to talk about y'all. Some of y'all black women. A lot of y'all are fucking evil. Like I don't know if look. I'm not a big fan of Candace Owens, but if God forbid, if that woman all of a sudden just croaked, I'm not gonna be doing what y'all motherfuckers is doing. And I'm gonna make sure I check myself on that because I've seen it. It's like, wow, yeah. Because I'm looking at that, I'm looking at, wow, y'all got some of this evil ass energy, and it seems like a lot of y'all don't even understood what the fuck Kevin used to was talking about. Y'all just see these clips, but y'all never watch these shows. Y'all always getting on like, he talked bad about black women, but these black women call in his show. And this is what I tell people. It's just that y'all need to see this delusion up front sometimes. If y'all watch some of these videos that he put on, and some of these, a lot of these women are fucking delusional. Uh, Look, like even with the average at best, I was like, if you ever watch that video in this full, the like he tell you it's disagreement day, and she wanted advice on disagreement day. The Nick Kevin Samuels gave her a time, and then he tried to be patient with her, and then he just told her, "Yo, you average at best." I get, I get that the whole on a scale of 1 to 10, you can't use seven because a lot of people would use seven because seven is like I remember I even when like okay in my reviews I've and like I can even say this in my reviews album that I was thinking is like it's a good album but it's like nothing spectacular. Most of the time I give them a seven. It's like it's all right. It's like, is there anything you're not gonna come back to? It's like maybe one or two songs, but not even. I usually give them a seven. I usually get it's like, oh, this, and if they have replay values, I'll probably give it an eight. If I really, 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 really fucking love it, I usually give it a 9 or 10. I've noticed that about it. But if I think the album is bad, shit, I might give it a two. I don't know if I gave that many fives, where it's just like it's an average ass album, but most of the times what I just think is like it's all right, but or it's above average, I usually give it a seven. Because seven is a solid number. I understood that. A lot of girls think they're sevens. Or if they just, if they don't want to be modest, they'll throw sevens out. Seven, and people are not gonna complain about seven. So when I heard him say on a scale of 1 to 10, you can't use seven, I'm like, oh wow, I get it now. A lot of those black women, and this is where I tell people because he feels like, oh, he's talking badly about black women. I say you got to. I tell everybody because a lot of people don't watch the shows; they'll see a little snippet. I said you literally got to sit there and watch the show sometimes and watch the delusion on some of these women. Like they are highly delusional. Hell, you don't even have to go on Kevin Samuel shit. Go on Kendra G shit, where a lot of those women got four fucking baby, like they got four baby daddies, four kids, and they want a nigga that make 100K to take care of their fucking kids and shit. All these women are like, the fucked away their responsibilities and expect a nigga to come in and save them. That Sierra prayer or some shit like that. And um, and a lot, and even Kendra G is like, bro, baby girl. And she be like, baby girl, you're not gonna get a man like that. What makes you think a man is gonna want you over someone that's hell even younger, prettier, and more fertile, and not even have to worry about pregnancy issues? Like everybody's like, oh, he's like the women over 35 is dying alone. as the women over 35 and die alone. It's just like that's. I just took my shirt off. Excuse me. Uh, the thing about the women over 35 is around that age, having a pregnancy, having a baby at that age is really fucking high risk. You can literally, like some of you women can literally die on the fucking medical table giving birth. A lot of you women can really die giving birth. It's really not safe for y'all to have. Now, there are women that do it. They're usually called miracle babies and all that. There are people that do have babies in their 40s, or they, they're, they have. I know a girl. I'm not gonna say her name. She had like I think she had about 2 or 3 miscarriages before she finally had a baby, and now she got like 4 or 5 kids. But she, I remember she had no kids. The man she was with, fucking had miscarriages, and then next thing you know, she finally had a kid. Now she got like 3 or 4 kids or some shit like that. It's just like, well, there you go. And I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like, did I try to pursue her? But yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Was she the prettiest girl I ever pursued? No. She was also average at best. But I liked her vibe. So I fucked with her. Like, we used to have phone conversations all the fucking time. I fucked with her. It sometimes it's shit like that. But I'm not a high value man. So I'm not even gonna front like I'm a high value man. I'm an average dude. But even me, I say this all the time. When average, like Kevin Samuels, like there's some shit that a lot of high value men don't do. There's a lot of shit that I've seen some of those women do. Is like, I don't think the average man would fucking bear with that either. Especially if you're an average man that you're not desperately seeking for a woman. You're not going to withstand none of that shit. And a lot of these women, you do like put yourself out. It's just like y'all y'all want to be boss. There's a lot of you women that want to be bosses. Y'all just want to boss y'all. And Sergeant Willie Pete used to say this all the fucking time. A lot of y'all used to like, y'all want to boss a nigga around. But when a nigga is on your level or higher, he tell you, no, you got to operate my rules and all that stuff. Y'all don't want those type. Y'all want the Pookies and the Ray Rays. And I hate saying Pookies and the Ray Rays. I think I explained that so many times that you want a lot want those Pookies and Ray Rays and shit, and y'all don't really. Y'all know that y'all can't run game on them, so y'all don't fuck with them. What do you do with it? It's like, what do you do when a nigga is on this shit? You can't really fuck with them. It's like, oh no, baby, you on my time. And that's what them high value men are. A lot of you women think like y'all can run game on these high value men. It's like, no, I can replace you easily. Easily. And that's what a lot of those high value men is. I can replace you easily. But a lot of you women, like a lot of you women have, I don't want to say been coddled, but because there's some women I do think it's worth the praise. Women that do their job and do their worth is worth the praise. I've always said, you do good, you get praised. You do bad, you get dragged. It's the way of the world. Some of those women are worth being praised. I've said that. But there's a lot of women that you kind of look at them and just go, yo, you ain't really do much. You can tell there's a lot of women that's like, yeah, you used to shit one time, but you don't like you don't look so good now. It's like you're not as young and vibrant as you are. And there's a lot of women, black, especially black women, like, a lot of they're taking care of their health now. They're getting like a lot of these women feel like they could push back the clock and maybe, they can still get a nigga, hopefully, even if they look good. Hopefully they could get a nigga that, could spend money on them like the young, and then you realize that why the fuck would I want you when I can get me a younger girl that, someone in their 20s and shit. So, and a lot of y'all got a lot of repressed evil, and a lot of y'all need therapy. Overall, now overall, I feel like Kevin Samuels, he left a mark, and he got a lot of people talking. He's actually got a lot of people married. He got a lot of people hooked up. He got a lot of people married. He changed a lot of lives from his time being for where he blew up, and all of a sudden he got to a point where a lot of people just like really fucked with his content. And yes, you got a lot of people that see their ways and say, "Yeah, it was delusional," and all that other stuff. And I can finally change my ways, and I'm trying to do better now, and all that other stuff. A lot of people, he has like changed a lot of people's lives. So you can't say that man hasn't done nothing. That man has done a lot. So I personally do think we did lose a real one. Now, like I said, I've had my debates with people that it's like you don't like his approach, and to me, I get it. But also, I tell people like I don't think you're supposed to like it. I think you. There's a lot of people just like I don't like the way he speaks, and or especially like his is very straightforward and blunt. I used to tell people you're not supposed to like it. You're supposed to learn from it. There are things in this world you're not gonna like, but you either gonna have to do it or you're gonna have to learn from it. And it's the lesson. I learned that in the military. These niggas will yell at you. These niggas will fucking they beat you down just to, you volunteered, okay, you're gonna go in our system now. This is the way we do things. You can't do it no more. You represent the Navy. And I've always said there's some aspects in the Navy I feel like it could be used in the real world. It's just especially when it comes to like family and stuff like that. Especially if you're a provider, say, look, this is how we run shit here. You come in here, you follow these rules. When you go out your own, you set your own rules, you set your own too. But until then, like this is how I feel like the community needs to run like that. When we do here, this is what we do here. And I expect you to follow these orders. Now the thing is, it's like if you don't do it, even in the military, if you don't do it, there's consequences. And sometimes in the military, there's a lot of consequences that will say, okay, I don't want to do that shit. I'll follow the rules. Especially since the rules are simple. But sometimes you got to make an example out of people and all that stuff. And there was times Kevin Samuels did shows, especially to all the delusional women. He was hard on them. A lot of those people, especially like I don't. It wasn't Kevin Samuels, but I did see a video of this girl. She was a big girl. She was at least 300-400 pounds, and it's talk about I am the table. And it's like, don't nobody want and I said this, don't nobody want your fat ass, and ain't nobody gonna be looking at you as a candidate and all that other stuff with your fat ass and all that other stuff. Ain't nobody looking at you like that. Fuck out of here. And I've said that. Ain't nobody going to. So, in conclusion, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I think you will be missed. I think you don't leave a legacy. You left. I think you left the blueprint that a lot of people will follow, and I feel like even during the black YouTube spectrum, he was trying to do things, to get people to come together, and I feel like that's the one thing we should be doing. We should be coming together, supporting each other, doing our shit, and helping each other out. Maybe if you have more grind into you, put it there. Uh, like I said, this like me on my podcast, it's like the most consistent thing. I keep consistently putting out podcasts every week. I love doing them. I try to do things document. I literally take my day out. It's just like plan it around the podcast, especially on Thursdays on the podcast night. That's just something I enjoy doing because I get to talk to my peoples and we get to discuss things. And even with this YouTube channel, it's just like I put content up here, and I'm almost at 800 videos now. I done made 800 videos for this channel. That is fucking amazing. I don't know about y'all, but to me, that's fucking amazing. I done made 800 videos on my other channel, and I don't know how many videos on here, but I like I done made over 1,000 video. I can say I made almost 1,000 videos. I done put work there. Now, hopefully, if people see it, people see it. But I still done put the work here because I like doing this stuff. So, let me know what you guys say. Till then, my name's Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.